Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there was a magnificent palace that stood tall on a hill, surrounded by a magical garden. The garden was full of blooming roses, lilies, and vibrant flowers, and the air was always filled with the pleasant fragrance of the blossoms. The kingdom was peaceful and enchanting, with the blue sky above and the well-maintained garden that harmonized with the surroundings. In this kingdom lived a princess, known for her radiant beauty. She had fair skin that shimmered under the sun, sparkling eyes, and long flowing hair that cascaded down her back. The princess was often seen wearing a golden crown, and her gown shimmered like the stars. She moved with grace, her presence captivating everyone around her. Her beauty was unmatched, and her heart was as pure as gold. She spent her days in the royal palace, a place of elegance and grace. The king and queen, her parents, were wise and kind rulers. The king, with his majestic beard and golden crown, sat on a grand throne, exuding wisdom and strength. The queen, always by his side, was dressed in beautiful gowns and wore a kind smile. Together, they ruled the kingdom with love and wisdom, ensuring peace and prosperity for everyone. However, not far from the kingdom, in a dark, gloomy forest, there lived a mysterious woman who was cursed by an evil spell. She had a sorrowful expression on her face, her eyes filled with sadness and longing. She wore dark, tattered clothes and was surrounded by an eerie mist. The air around her was heavy with magic, and the forest seemed twisted and haunted. The cursed woman, though lonely, held hope in her heart that one day the curse would be broken. One day, the princess wandered into the mystical forest, drawn by a strange pull. There, she came across a magical tree, and from its branches hung a glowing golden fruit. The fruit was enchanting, radiating a soft, warm light. The princess reached out to touch it, and as she did, she made a wish with all her heart. She wished to bring happiness and peace to the kingdom, to break the curse that lingered on the land. The fruit glowed brighter as if acknowledging her wish. With the fruit in her hand, the princess returned to the palace. She stood in the royal garden, contemplating whether to eat the fruit or not. The decision was a difficult one. Should she take the risk and break the curse that had affected the land for so long? After a moment of deep thought, the princess decided to trust the magic and eat the fruit. As soon as she took a bite, a brilliant light surrounded her, and the curse on the woman in the forest was broken. The once gloomy and sorrowful woman transformed into a beautiful princess, radiating a golden glow. Her tattered clothes turned into a magnificent gown, and she stood with a joyful expression, her heart light and free. The air around her was filled with sparkling dust, and the curse that had kept her trapped for so long was finally lifted. The kingdom erupted in celebration. People gathered in the streets, dancing, singing, and cheering as the curse was broken, and the once troubled land was now filled with peace and joy. The royal courtyard was decorated with colorful banners and lights, and the palace sparkled under the night sky. The fireworks illuminated the heavens, marking the end of an era of sorrow and the beginning of a new, happy chapter. The princess, now free from the curse, walked hand in hand with the people of the kingdom, her heart filled with love and gratitude. She had made the right choice, and the kingdom was finally at peace. As the sun set behind the kingdom, the entire land was bathed in a golden glow.